Welcome to another episode of The Adventures of Danny and Mike, wherein the fellas discuss Subtle Neck Tats, Brewers Droop, and announce some Florida tour dates. Now play the music, Tipsy Tommy.
Advice from fools.
Okay.
Figure everything is cool. Won't take advice from fools.
Won't take advice from. You notice that I was just saying it every.
I hear it from you.
Yeah. Why are you singing that? Why is that in your head?
Because I was listening to the great radio station WFMU.
Shout out
in the car on the way over
.org.
here.
Okay.
Yeah, WFMU.org, 91.1.
On your FM dial.
If you're in New York. And they were playing, they did a back-to-back of the Smithereens and then the Gin Blossoms, because the lead singer from the Gin Blossoms, I guess, is playing a show with the Smithereens. But I forgot how great that song is and how well-produced it is and how awesome it is. And when the DJ got back on, I didn't realize that it was co-written by Marshall Crenshaw, who is in Pete and Pete.
Whoa.
Is that a TV show?
It's a TV show. And also, Mike was in the video for it, and the DJ missed a great opportunity to throw that little nugget in there.
As a tie-in.
He did not, but I thought about it and in the car, and I was like, oh, man, I'm already thinking about Mike. I'm not even here podcasting yet. So,
WFMU is pretty sweet. They're open to, and, they have hotlines just like we do at 347-470-8150 here at the
going right
Mike
into
Show.
We haven't even set up the show yet.
They have plenty of cool DJs there who will definitely take some input. I myself have called in and left a message for Clay Pigeon sometime in the morning. Yeah, in the car, driving on my way in, right after hearing the prompt.
That's great.
When he was on the radio, they what it sounded like was the first line was, "Welcome to the Adventures of Danny and Mike." To my right, Mr. Michael C. Morona.
Happy New Year.
To his right, Mr. Daniel, a.k.a. Danny Tamborelli.
That segue was as rickety as the Cyclone.
I happen to love the Cyclone.
Me too.
I've never made it down for the 75 cents. Yeah, we know your name is Jeremy. We know your name is Jeremy.
My name is Jeremy.
Know. Yeah, we know.
You've never done the Cyclone at
on
Coney
75
Island?
cents day.
Oh.
There was
There's a 75. I mean, it's like $12 to ride this fucking thing.
Now it's more. It's like 80.
I don't know if that's true.
No, there was this. Maybe I'm misremembering this. It was like maybe
you got the decimal point in the wrong place.
No.
It's $8.
It was on the 75th anniversary. It cost the same as when it opened, which was like a nickel or 15 cents.
Wow. I would be on that ride for 5 hours straight. I would just go to the back of the line and do it until I had to go to my chiropractor and get
real.
I have a lot of guilt because I kept making my girlfriend go on, and she lived in Brooklyn and I lived in Brooklyn. I was like, I'm a Brooklyn kid, I love Cyclone. She got battered and really hated it.
Yeah, my wife
battered
hates it.
around.
Yeah.
Just wants no part of it. I took a girl there on a date once, and I'm a big guy.
You're
and
large.
she wasn't a tiny woman.
What are you saying?
I'm just saying that they tried to sit us in seats next to each other,
adjacent to
because
each
it's
other.
such a small fucking roller
That's
coaster.
intimate, man.
Could not happen. She had to sit behind me, and I got in first, so it felt like she felt embarrassed by it.
Oh,
So then I felt bad. And that was that was the beginning of the end.
You got up and
we
said,
only went on one Tinder date, and I took her to fucking
Coney Island.
Coney Island.
You got up and said,
Easy
fellas,
to get. I'm like, look, I can just get on the F train,
again.
get here, get out of here if need be, or if it's nice.
What was the
shoot the geek
one
score.
of like half a dozen
What was
Tinder dates
shoot
that I
the
took
freak
to
score?
Coney Island
10 years ago or 5 years ago?
Yeah,
give or take.
6 years ago.
So I didn't
just
know.
summoning Satan. You heard?
Yeah.
Right
666. Well, that's because they're on the last podcast network. Hail Satan.
Correct. Hail Geen. Hail yourself, to be honest, though. Let's be honest about it. I've been watching, speaking of the last podcast network, I've been watching a lot of Scientology shows this week.
Exposés.
I've had the week off, and
some sort of meningitis imposed break, or
No. It was holiday imposed.
Oh yeah,
You
no,
should
I
have
loved
been off,
having
too.
time. I loved having time off.
Yeah.
It was great, dude.
But I'm just fully delving deep into this because I'd seen Going Clear before, but I hadn't seen the Leah Remedy documentary.
Going Clear?
You're digging into some
Crazy.
Scientology
That just means
shit.
going clear means you're drinking a lot of water because you pee clear. Is that what you're
Going
talking
Clear.
about?
No, it's like
you're on the bridge to Scientology.
It's
like you're
actually
going clear.
it's actually about a secret meeting in Apalachicola, Florida, between the executives of Exxon and PepsiCo that both decided to market Crystal at an early point in,
Wow.
in the
Wow.
90s.
That's good. I mean,
I like
you
how
know,
brought it
if
back
you
to
go
the
on to eBay, you can buy some Crystal, Pepsi Crystal.
Yeah.
It's
I'm sure
not-
you can, and
it's
if you go on the
expensive.
dark web, you can buy some Crystal.
If you go on the dark web, you can buy my credit card information.
What? I do not want your credit
Have
card.
you gotten alerts? Because I've been getting those.
Yeah,
alerts.
I get them all the time.
Your email's on the dark web. That's
Oh,
what it
yeah.
says.
Why is your email on the dark web?
I don't know how.
Because
it's
somebody hacked something that you,
know,
like used
but
once.
you know that you can turn your computer off at night, right? You don't have to let it just roam. You could. I know
what that
people
means.
love to
It's
sleep.
not about that.
People love to sleep their computer
Yeah.
and just put the computer to sleep at night, just turn the screen off
Oh,
or
yeah.
whatever. You could completely turn the computer off occasionally.
But I don't think that has anything to do with
I'm pretty sure it keeps
No,
the
it
email.
ha-
I'm pretty sure. Excuse me, a little bit older than you. I grew up with computers, around in the house.
Oh my
I'm
god!
pretty sure you.
I had a fucking 286. Shut up.
Oh, you had a 286. Well, I had an 86.
No,
that's
you
how.
didn't.
Yeah, that's how far I had. That's how it was.
the precursor.
Yeah, I played Rogue on my own.
286
I
and the
played
386.
I played-
Thank you. Data General.
I played Rogue
286,
on
thank you.
my uncle's IBM.
He just played numbers. That's all. You just typed.
I had a
numbers.
sweet-
That's
I had a-
simplest.
I had a sweet like Formula One racing game that was on my 286 Data
Ooh,
General.
yeah.
Controlled by the
Just
cursor.
left and
cursor
Oh
keys.
yeah, Oh man, and I was a McLaren fiend. I was super into it. My dad was like, "You should be
Sex-
Ferrari. What's the matter with
It
you?"
was actually his first band name was McLaren Fiend.
For the listener, Jeremy just what the fuck did you do?
was
he
like
mocked
you
himself.
mocked
It's
himself
like
in
a
the eye.
self
Drinking
mocked.
out of a boot or something, and I didn't turn it correctly.
Oh, you got you Euro tripped yourself. There?
Yes.
No,
Happy
that's
New Year's,
you
gentlemen.
beer fested yourself.
Yes, beer fested myself. I got mocha coffee crap right in my eye. I don't know how that all tied into Scientology, but
Oh yeah, because you were just saying you were just talking about Scientology, which I know nothing about.
Well, let's just put it right here, right now. Scientology is a brand.
I
that
want
we
you
hate.
to.
There's a
I,
brand we hate.
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah.
I
And
believe that. That I'm aware of. Can you sell me on being a Scientologist?
No,
No,
Right now.
this
I
is
would
like
never want you.
A
Yeah,
I
but
would never
pretend
want to.
pretend that
What
you
he's
work
trying
for
to say-
them. Like,
exactly.
give me. I want to know. I want
Dan's
to
trying
know
to
what
say
they're doing.
a
here.
good debater can
Yeah.
take both sides of
I
this shit.
don't
That's what
want
he's
to
trying to
take
say.
both sides.
Just from what I've watched thus far, they would take you into this room. You get on one of these e-meter things where you hold two pieces of metal.
2-car batteries.
And they ask you questions, and then they base your entire, life in Scientology on that. Sort of. And maybe I'm off a little bit, but this is
No.
what I've watched on there.
Okay.
And then you just start the stage of going to the trying to get clear. Basically,
Where do the aliens come in?
that's way before. Yeah,
That's like
Yeah, they were millions.
Is that like a selling point?
But that's like
okay,
millions
if
of
you
years
want to get
before
involved
us.
here, you got to hold your hands here, but also let's talk about the aliens.
they kind of
first.
bury the lead. Well, I don't know if they bury the lead, but they kind of when they ask about that, they're like, "You'll have to go read the textbooks yourself."
So,
So it's like, no, tell me, like you believe in aliens, put bombs and atomic bombs in volcanoes to explode. I don't know. That's why we
Wow.
screwed up the first time on this planet.
There's a great what?
That's the story. The story
Wait,
is
L. Ron Hubbard thinks that because the atomic bomb went off.
he thinks that there were atomic bombs in all the certain volcanoes they put atomic bombs in, and that leveled a version of Earth once before. And now this new version of Earth that we're in now, that's what you're trying to save.
I mean,
so
you
it
should
doesn't
write a
happen
book. That's
before.
great. That
No,
sounds
he
like
did. It's
I
called
know.
Dianetics.
I am. Thank you. That is one thing I do know. You fucking idiot.
If you think Danny's too gullible, let us know at 347-470-8150.
That's messed up. That's messed up. You know what else is messed up? That pop sugar twinning thing.
Yeah, I did.
Why did you do it?
Yeah, I did it.
What'd you get?
Guess what I got?
Wait. Can I guess before you say it?
Yeah, sure.
And Jeremy, can you guess too before I...
Okay, I'll show you. Mine
Jeremy
as well.
probably knows.
Yeah, I saw your thing.
Hold
so
on.
I want
hold
you
on.
to do it.
Oh.
No,
I'll
he
give you
knows.
one hint.
Don't do
Go
it.
ahead.
He's
hints.
he's a bland politician. That's your only hint. He's very bland.
How bland? Like,
So
give me a
bland.
flavor. Give me a flavor.
So
I mean,
bland.
less than vanilla.
Tapioca.
Yeah, sure.
He's very bland.
Sure.
Scott Walker.
Ew.
Yeah.
I mean, that's even worse.
I did
But
get somebody like that one time.
Did you?
Though. Yeah.
I got
Who's the blandest?
the blandest.
George
it was-
Blanda?
No, I got fucking Rand Paul.
Rand. Get it? Bland Rand.
Bland Rand?
Yeah.
I got bland Rand Paul.
Yeah.
Well, you both did have one of your. You both did have one of your ribs removed so you could suck your own cock.
Is that a rumor about him? I didn't.
It's truth, dude. His neighbor caught him doing it and busted 5 more of his ribs.
Really?
Yeah, you got to fight. You got assaulted.
Were they?
Early,
Yeah, but not because he was
Was he
trying to.
eating hummus?
Not because he was sucking his own dick. It was for something else,
What?
unrelated to it. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
he
don't believe
did.
that.
But that is who I look like. Apparently, I did get a Brendan Fraser, which I was like, okay, I can deal with that.
You don't look like Grandpa.
I don't think I look like him either.
I mean, your policies towards the Fed, I don't know about, but you don't look like him.
I got a few people. I
didn't get Ellen and Kagan. That's who I wanted. That's
that
the only
would've been-
one that was like, come on, guys, this one is real easy. I lopped it up
your
for
heart.
you.
I think you set your heart too much on that one.
No.
And the
No, I set my heart on myself, Michael, and I wasn't involved in the twinning.
I'm saying that the twinning app doesn't necessarily take input from podcast commentary and online memes, so I don't know.
I did it. My favorite one was Linda Hunt. Do you guys know who Linda Hunt is?
Yes.
It's only a
She's
17.
the NCIS.
She's on. She's the old lady on NCIS, or the older lady.
But wasn't she in the Incredibles or the
She
the
was in
Humble?
some horror movie. Or
No,
something,
no,
I think.
no.
Wasn't she?
No,
famous
she
for?
was like the model for.
Oh,
the,
yes, yes.
In the, was
Should
was
be.
it the Incredibles or was it one of the other ones?
I think that was it.
I don't know. I
The
don't
Incredibles.
have a
Yeah.
kid of that age.
Yeah.
I have a younger kid who I've been having a lot of fun with.
You have a younger kid. Yes, you do.
Yeah, G.
How is G's holiday?
G was up in New Hampshire for the Christmas and saw him back the next day on Boxing Day.
Mm-hmm.
We had a good time. I really
Are
loved.
you guys going to celebrate Boxing Day every year now?
I mean, I tend to, just in general, by
proxy?
by boxing you about the ears.
Okay.
Come here. I loved having the time off. Didn't try to work since that the Macaulay Culkin Google commercial, and I knew
Which
this-
went very viral
Mm-hmm.
I think
very
that-
quickly, and I think it was
that
all
was
had
their
to
in-
do with the
that
lighting.
was their intent. Oh yeah,
It all had to do with the lighting of
Just
Michael C. Morono.
dramatic lighting. Thank you. That was definitely their
Shot by
intent.
shot. I mean, it looked really good.
You
Looked really good.
guys. So
Yeah.
I've been what do you call it? Dancing with G to Prince, and he goes, "Dad, let's go crazy."
Does he say that?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Let's go crazy.
Reading a lot of Dr. Seuss books, like I said, and kicking the soccer ball around just inside the house, not outside, freezing. We haven't really talked about spirituality yet, but he always has faith that his mom will come home.
May I recommend Scientology?
No, we have not talked about holding on
Pitch it to him. I mean,
yeah.
maybe he's into it.
Yeah.
They do really shitty things to kids, though. That was the thing I was watching today.
Yeah,
was
I
they put him
don't
in
listen.
these
He's
camps.
he's 2 years old, and I'm not going
Oh,
to
he's
sign him
right.
up.
He's primed for Scientology at 2. They believe everything.
Yeah. Does he have a volcano tattooed on the back of his neck or anything? Because that would be.
You know what
a
I'm?
sign.
You know what I'm noticing more now? Subtle
birthmark.
subtle neck
Yeah.
tattoos. Like used to be a neck tattoo was like in your face, and
Right.
now they're just sort of they're kind of peeking out from the collar, or they're just small in the first place. They were never really there to get noticed.
My little sister has a damn neck tattoo. It's
Is
like on the side back of her neck.
Is it
That
really?
is for my grandmother, and I was like, "You put a tattoo on your neck? What do you? I
Is
understand.
it a 4-leaf clover?
I
like
understand it's for grandma, but you
Is
put
it
a tattoo on your neck.
is it a
You put-
4-leaf clover like every
4 of
other?
them all over your body.
I put 3 of them at once on my body. So, yeah.
Is it a 4-leaf clover like
saying-
every other Irish girl gets?
No, it's a butterfly. It's
like
it's,
every other girl gets.
Yeah.
My sister also has a tattoo on her neck. Truth be told, so we have
Really?
that. Yeah, we have that in common.
Wow, we are twinning.
Wow.
Fuck Pop Sugar. Look at that. That's some natural twinning right there. How many twins do you got that have siblings with the same kind of neck tattoo?
I've never thought about a neck tattoo. I don't know if it's
Tune
never,
in or call in at 347-470-8150.
and let the
We will
fellas
not
know.
be there. We will have computer standing by to tell you that we're not here, and you leave a message, and we'll listen to it. Maybe.
Does that work? That message.
Jeremy's been, he's been listening to them. He's screened some of them.
Yeah,
because some of them are like.
Stay tuned. There'll be a few more in a mini-sode coming soon.
Wow. Nice foreshadowing.
Thanks, bud. The what I wanted to Scientology I definitely want to talk about, and I guess what you guys have Happy New Year's? What was your New Year's like? Just chilling, Michael?
Bought a lot of cheese.
Ooh. How's the bacon? You still buying bacon or no?
I saw my bacon dealer after a long absence, and she loved the Christmas card. And lately, I've actually been getting some breakfast sausage off of her because it's so damn good. And I saved a piece of bacon in the fridge to make some pasta fazool.
Oh,
my New Year's was also spent. I was fighting online with Chuds a little bit. And
Is that what you, on actual New Year's Eve? Is that what you were doing?
Yeah.
I can just picture Mike sitting upright in bed,
glass of nog.
just like he's got.
You say glass of nog?
Glass of
Let's go.
nog.
What about champagne flute?
He's got the IT crowd on.
Yep.
And he's just sitting there.
Please.
He's just sitting there, just taking it all in, watching because he's seen every one of them, just enjoying having that on in the background and just going to town on Chuds.
I like the IT crowd. That's not a bad idea. I've never done that.
You hear in the background 10, 9, 8.
I don't notice
people who are outside in the front, like getting excited. And then right at midnight, he sends the perfect rebuttal tweet to just explode a troll.
Just kidding. I was a Trump fan all along.
I don't know if I told you fellas about my Christmas Eve with my neighbors. I did, right? Did you get a little bit of that?
No.
In the holiday episode? I don't think so. Because we didn't.
That was before.
So I thought my neighbors were Polish, but they're Czech. And they invited me over, and we did some Czech-style Christmas stuff.
Oh, that's nice.
Which was delicious. And I took some pictures. I put them online. I don't know, you fellas may have seen the bread. The breaded or fried things that I put online.
Yes.
And I drank some scotch, which I never do. And they had made a huge pot of compote. Jeremy, are you a compote man?
Is that fruit compote?
Yeah, just like boiled fruit.
Wow.
It's like, what would you call it? Virgin sangria?
Oh, there's booze in it?
It's virgin sangria. I just said.
He said virgin followed by the word sangria, which means
it modifies the noun.
I didn't hear the virgin part.
So, I was saying, this tastes like sangria, but calmer. And then later I brought in some scotch and put it in the compote, and it was good.
So you spiked your virgin compote.
I spiked my compote after dinner when we were just sitting around eating cookies and talking, which is very nice. My
Do you
neighbor
prefer scotch with some other taste involved?
I can't remember where I got this freaking bottle of scotch. It's probably from when my stepfather passed away because I'm not a scotch drinker. And, you just inherit things from dead people that you can't really.
And it just sits there.
Yeah. So I think I drank this scotch finally. And I had it by itself before I had the compote with it, and I didn't want to cry in front of my neighbors, so I then cut the scotch with some compote. But it was a good time, very warming, because I have the thermostat in my apartment, so I control the heat. I control the heat in the whole building.
Has anybody ever knocked on your door to be like, "Hey, could you turn it up?"
No, I get the comments secondhand through because. My neighbor is not good at English, who has a problem, so she relays it through the Czechs to me.
Oh my god!
And guess what?
What?
They hate Czechia.
Really?
They hate
I bet
they hate the PR attempt by the Czech government to brand it into Czechia. They shared this with me unprovoked. I didn't try to seed the conversation.
You weren't
I wasn't like my crazy friend Jeremy thinks that I didn't do any of that. So
say my friend went to Portugal
Slovakia,
and met some Czechs and took a audio recording of their gripes with the term Czechia.
Oh, is that what you did? I remember you recorded something.
Yeah, I did. Wow. Way to pay attention.
Probably should have put that on Patreon, huh?
Oh, then I would pay attention to it. If you want to pay attention to our Patreon, go to
Patreon.com/
Danny and Mike with the and spelled out.
Danny.
You guys did great on that. I don't have to do anything.
Appreciate it. I feel like we've covered a lot of holiday related shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, no.
all caught up on that? No.
Oh no. I after that I had a follow up Irish Christmas, like because my one cousin's kid was the only great grandchild at Christmas because all the kids were all elsewhere. So we had a follow up Christmas on the 30th, which was just tons of great grandkids. My grandmother was completely like smothered in great grandkids.
Yeah, I
on
bet
the
you
couch.
love that.
Well, when she started breathing again, yes,
Oh,
we
my
resuscitated her.
Right.
After the post-smothering resuscitation?
Yeah, PSR.
What's your PSR?
My record is 15 seconds, but I'm the oldest grandchild, so I've had a lot of practice.
One of the other things that we should talk about in this is you've been asking, ladies and gentlemen,
We've been
about
telling.
tour information, and
We can reveal to you today.
very special.
We can reveal to you today that there will be some fun nostalgia personified.
Personified.
Nostalgia personified. You might hear about this at the end of the podcast in a little 30-second commercial that we make. Or maybe we'll do it right now.
Well, I just thought we'd bring it up, the fact that we are
Brought to you by the Nostalgia Personified Network.
no, but we are going on a spring tour.
Yeah,
We've been talking about
doing
spring
some
tours
shows.
forever, and we're going to do a Florida leg of the spring tour.
Yeah, and why not go to the place with the best weather ever in the spring, Florida?
That's right. March 7th, Tampa. Do you want to do this?
Cigar City?
3D Brewing, $3 Brewing Company. The website is 3D Brewing.
Let's take it easy.
What? That's what it's its
not.
nickname.
It's no Cigar, but there's Cigar City Brewery, which we're not going to, which is in Tampa.
But it's called the Cigar City. I'll get more specific.
Well, that's okay.
No cigars, though. No cigars.
Close. I was close, but no.
Daughters.
Okie dokie.
We're going to start again from right here. And action. March 7th, be in Tampa at the $3 Brewing.
Mm-hmm.
March 8th, Orlando, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, back to the old stomping grounds.
That's right.
Oh yeah,
Where-
Danny might have.
Where I lived for a short period of time, and where Mike came down a couple times and definitely got slimed and or stole Melissa Joan Hart's
wallet.
and hung out in the people movers at SeaWorld.
That's right. Or so they say.
No, that happened. I don't care about it. I think
Okay.
statute of limitations up on that.
Great. That'll be at the Dead Lizard Brewing Company. March 9th, Gainesville, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen. Love Gainesville. I haven't been there in about
You're a big
15
Gainesville
years.
guy. Huh?
Oof,
Yeah.
UFA, right?
Yeah.
A big UFA fan.
UFA.
University of Florida
No, I'm a Florida
at
State fan.
Gainesville.
Very different. But that's at the First Magnitude Brewing. And then Sunday, March 10th in Jacksonville at the Bold City Brewing. Come out and see us on our March tour
Yeah.
in Florida. It's
So
gonna be
there's
a lot of fun.
there's Tampa, there's Orlando,
Correct.
Uh-huh.
there's Gainesville,
Yes.
Yeah.
and then there's
Jacksonville,
which is the largest city in the United States. And
Is that true?
yeah, it's like how many square miles is it, Jenny?
Jacksonville?
Fact check.
First fact check of the episode.
Square mileage of Jacksonville, Florida.
Just a picture of Fred Durst just pops up.
Yeah, so we never, done the podcast down there.
Yes, we have.
So-
We did it in a church in Pensacola.
Oh my gosh, we did it. I feel like that's not always Florida to
And
me,
Michael Nathan
because it's Central Time.
Oh wow. Okay. You got a
We've
point.
never played any Eastern Standard Time places in Florida, so there you go.
Thank you.
And there'll probably be some more other ones too.
You went on a technicality.
Mhm.
According to the U.S. Census Bureau, the city has a total of 874 square miles, making Jacksonville the largest city in land area in the United States.
It's definitely not population. It's just
Wow,
It's just they just like went like this then.
there's a big circle
big-
around it. They're
exactly.
like,
They
this
drew
is
big-
all Jacksonville.
That's true. It's all Jacksonville. So we're gonna make it our mission while we're down there. Hopefully, Danny and Mike can have
To
an
run
adventure.
around the entire perimeter
We're gonna
of
circuit.
Jacksonville.
We're gonna circuit Jacksonville completely. Danny is chosen to go by e-car. I
I want to go by scooter.
Are you going by Scooter? You're using
No,
Jeremy's
no,
scooter?
no,
Did you
no,
sell
that
that thing yet?
No, it's on Craigslist.
It's on
ladies and gentlemen,
Craigslist.
If
Oh,
you
yeah.
want the authentic
Yeah.
scooter,
If you
up on the Brooklyn Craigslist.
yeah, if you
Why
want
does that say? Ugh?
if you want to get creeped out by a stranger and buy used
Hey kid, you
full
want to
medical
buy it?
gear,
You
yeah.
want to
Well,
use?
first of all, I'm not selling it to kids.
You don't know that.
you don't know that it's the
I
internet,
can screen
dude.
it. I'll screen that.
How can you screen it? You're gonna put 18 plus on there?
Yeah, it's
What are you- how you
18
gonna
plus
screen it?
posting.
Adults only.
Yeah, he's only selling in the back page.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the what do you call it? The handlebars are adjustable for a reason, Jeremy. You don't want to discriminate here. Let's
I
not
don't think
discriminate.
Most kids could do that, but anyway.
Oh, you think they can't handle your moves?
But that's like an
it's
adult
four
size
wheels,
scooter.
dude.
You
It's
have
pretty
to be
simple.
Like 14 years old to ride that thing. It's huge.
What if I promise?
Think about it.
To wear a
One
helmet?
knee and that other little leg would just be hanging there. Anyway,
What if I promise to wear a helmet and like go really carefully?
you could ride it whenever you want. Take it home with you.
Guys, I'm just thinking. All four of those shows are breweries.
It is Florida brew.
You
brew
better
Look at
watch
that. Last time I was in Orlando, really, I was not of age to do any sort of drinking.
I think you know what we should do a before and after photos of your guys' bare chests and see if you develop some Brewers droop on the way back.
Brewers Droop.
You're not familiar with?
I'm unaware of
Yes,
Brewers
we've already
Droop.
done. We've already. You know what's funny is that just like the presidential porta potty, I've already covered Brewers droop in an episode of the podcast.
No,
I'm
you
pretty
haven't.
sure.
I don't really.
The phytoestrogens in hops. The phytoestrogens.
Shit, man.
The phytoestrogens in hops make your boobs bigger, and especially for IPA men.
I don't.
It means it. That is what it is. Jeremy, second fact check. I haven't been using my. Jeremy,
Is the question is
I
Brewers
believe it.
droop
I'm
real?
Sure.
That's what it's
I'm
called.
Sure
No,
I don't think
just-
Brewers Droop is the name of the affliction.
It's actually what it's called.
I think it's just called man boobs.
You're both paying me.
I'm not paying
What
you
is
shit.
Brewers Droop? Fact check 2. It is a rock band from Southern English pub rock band of the early 70s.
Nice try. Nice
Great
try, buddy.
name.
Nice try.
That's real.
Nice try.
I
buddy.
believe him.
Urban Dictionary, Brewers Droop. I had her in bed and we were about to get freak on, but I had
No,
a Brewers
no, it's
Droop
not
and had
whiskey
a
dick.
passion strap on with a cucumber.
Actually, it's been mistaken. It's been mistaken for whiskey dick, but
I mean,
that's what it's saying. Brewers Droop is temporary erectile dysfunction.
yeah, something you need to update your OS there. Let me see.
Brewers,
Oh no, Brewers Droop can hang around for months. That's a telegraph.uk. So you
No.
might be right.
Yeah.
Men can suffer Brewers Droop for more than a year after giving up heavy drinking.
What is it?
Expert who asked personal questions, both heavy drinkers scaled back, found that alcohol had a residual effect that lasted many months.
What is it? What is the effect?
man boobs.
Yeah, it's your droopy belly, droopy boobs. Yeah.
So we need to.
This is going to take some in-depth research.
Let's do some before and afters. Is all I'm saying.
Okay, I'll get shirtless.
I should be doing the before and after for the holidays because
Yeah.
Well, we can't do that.
I'm not
so.
drinking. I'm not drinking right now because I was drinking too much.
Oh, nice.
You taking January off?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought about it. I mean, I haven't had a beer yet in January, but
But you've had about 15 mochas. So
only a couple a day.
I was saying it's the 7th, right? So
Yeah, well, 2 a day keeps me regular.
it's the
I was in PA for a fair amount of time, and there's so many good local breweries that like it was very difficult. And like when you have 10 or 11 days in a row of like go see family, hang out with friends, and it's just like, oh, cool, I'll just keep drinking and drinking and drinking, and it's like you're never getting drunk, but you're
So who's
drinking-
driving?
You're drinking like 6 to 8 beers. It's like at Kate's parents' house and stuff, mostly, or my parents' house.
nice.
I did get a little tipsy on Christmas Eve, and Kate, when I get tipsy, calls me Tipsy Tommy, and I fucking hate it.
Good to know.
Whatever. It's already.
You're no
would you
longer
say that on
cutie.
the top
You're no
podcast?
longer.
It's
cutie.
okay. I don't care. I mean, I don't like it. I truly hate it. And if somebody came up and called me Tipsy Tommy, and I wasn't tipsy, I would like it more than if I was, because when I am tipsy, I get self-conscious, and I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not tipsy. Shut up. I'm not tipsy. But she said it out loud to my family, and my mom heard it and started laughing, and she said, "You are Tipsy Tommy, huh?" And I was like, "No, anyone but my mom." And so
Tipsy
now,
Tommy
but
Duncan got drunk and fucked a pumpkin.
wow, that's almost as bad as Dan the Lavatory Man. But we've done
Yeah.
that before.
What, Sally Tamborelli?
Sally Kelly Tamborelli, her hair is red and her feet are smelly. How about that?
This is safe.
It's safe.
Shots.
Safe. No, that's been said. That those shots don't hurt anymore.
You don't know.
Those are rubber bullets at that point.
We look forward to seeing all our Florida fans and the Georgia fans, the Alabama fans.
If they want to, if people want to travel, because I don't know how far,
We were very grateful to meet a couple of kids from Cape Cod.
From Alabama that came to Pensacola, those kids, the twins.
Oh, that's a good call.
Twins.
No, but our very first show at Amityville, some kids came from the Northeast. I'm trying to remember.
They came from
Was it Nantucket or Cape Cod? So some very nice fans, and we're very flattered by the travel.
I do not advise you to drive from Cape Cod to Tampa
with a broken foot like Jeremy did.
I'm hoping for no broken bones on this tour.
Well, we're signing a contract before we go out to say
I know that you guys are going to pay for
that you are responsible for your own actions.
I'll never sign it.
You're signing a waiver is what Dan Wade
is. Scientology?
Yeah. It's not a 1 million year waiver. It's just a waiver.
5 billion. That's the contract lengths. 5 billion.
Yeah. What's the interest rate on that? What is the interest rate on that? They must be really rich at the end of that period.
Well, I was going to say that when we are in Florida, I'm going to take you guys to my favorite vegetarian restaurant.
Whataburger?
We can eat healthy.
We're going to go to Whataburger?
Manatee Cafe. We can go to Whataburger.
Shout out.
Manatee Cafe.
Shout out to the Manatee. It's my favorite.
Shout out to
Gainesville, obviously.
Shout out to the Paul Allen.
St. Augustine, which is between Gainesville and...
Looking down on us from heaven, but also who lives in Texas.
We might stay in St. Augustine. You never know. Just putting it out there.
Okay.
Pretty sure he's dead.
I don't know. Band of Horses wrote a song about him.
Okay.
There's a great Mo song. The
really?
rock jam band Mo.
Yeah.
From
upstate New York. Mo period.
Mo period.
Yes. Also could be just Monkeys on Ecstasy.
Oh,
okay. Is that what they say?
Mind blown.
I'm not sure.
I
think so. I'm pretty sure. I used to really dig them a long time ago, and
it's
they're still good.
But
they have a great song called St. Augustine, which is still comes up on my player sometimes, and I'm like, I'm into it. I don't turn it off.
Yeah.
All my friends went to Fish.
Yeah.
To every night. And they have all been complaining, like, I'm sick now. I'm congested. I went to 4 nights. I didn't get any sleep. I was like, yes, you're 36 years old. You're not going to get a lot of sleep when you stay up all night partying.
Yeah.
There was a lot of partying
and taking psychedelics and going, we-do-do, 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 dee-do-do, dee-do-do, dee-do-do.
And then followed by following.
You don't have to do psychedelics. And I will still go once in a while because it's great. And then they're still incredible musicians, and they just don't do it for me the way that they do it for my friends.
Without the psychedelics.
And it drives me nuts, particularly when some of my friends who cry poverty to spend $700 to go see fucking Fish for 4 nights in a row. Not to mention the alcohol and the drugs.
You know who you are.
Everything else. Yeah, you know who you are, man. I know some of you are listening.
Yeah, that's. I would go just for the balloons. Like it's when the
hippie crack.
When the one no.
Balloons drop from Madison Square Garden. Yeah, they're not filled with hippie crack.
Why would they be?
That would be great if
they usually have. I think it's a ratio of 1 to 1.
Jeremy's never done. You've never done nitrous oxide.
I have. Yeah.
Were you standing up at the time, or
didn't do it for me? Yeah,
that was.
We used to do whippets while
mistake.
driving down the road. Somebody would just take the wheel while you
Bro,
that's terrible.
That's fucking awful.
It was back roads.
You know it happens. It happens. We were playing. Jounce played a Temple University house party.
Speaking of dumb kid things, I saw a cigarette on the ground and thought of you.
Oh fuck.
That's awful.
So we were playing in North Philly at our friend's brownstone that he was renting, and we played outside till like 2 a.m, and we were packing up and we were crossing the street. This is like 17th and Fairmount.
Fairmount Park.
So like really like it was like, and this is like 2003. Like it's much better now, but it was rough back then. And we were coming across the street, and I was holding a Fender Rhodes piano with Malin, our old keyboard player, and we're walking across the street as we see this like old like Chevy Impala like make a left turn and start coming towards us, and like not like going too fast, but like enough that it's like, is this guy gonna see us? And all of a sudden we just see like the driver's side mirror window, and you could just see like red. And this guy was sucking on a balloon doing nitrous while he was fucking driving. As we're like carrying this, Fender Rhodes across the street, we all thought we were going to die. And I was like, that guy's got skills to be able to continue driving while hitting the fucking. That's crazy.
Yeah. Not dying.
Not for me.
Well, not about not dying, but not killing anybody else. It's very you become incapacitated at points sometimes.
I mean, that's
I did nitrous once at a fish show in Camden, and
New Jersey?
some cops were
You mean
coming by
Hamden?
and yelled 6 up, and we all like kind of ran to be like, oh shit. And I had like just bought 2 balloons, and they were expensive. It was like fucking 3 for $20 or something, like not a good deal. And I was pissed, so I decided to suck them all down. I was like, I'm not letting it go to waste. And I blacked out, and I remember coming up to some security guy being like, where's the tank? And I'm like, I don't know. And he goes, stop trying to suck my dick. And I was like, what? Because I had like fished out, literally like was on my knees, and I like woke up, and I was like, he's like,
I had
he's
fished
like,
out.
yeah, that's called fishing out. Yeah. It's bad. It's like you take too much, and then you're like, you pass out for a second, and then you just don't know what happens. Your body's just like, oh. And I wake up to this like big dude being like, where's the tank? Stop trying to suck my dick. He was so pissed. And I was clueless. I was like, what? I'm not trying to do anything.
Yeah,
I just didn't want to waste.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, that's why, I mean, come on.
Oh, Lord.
That shit's fucking... Kids will do what kids are going to do, but I'm not
you don't have to do that
anymore.
Kids, you don't have to do that. We made those mistakes, so you don't have to.
Well,
and
yeah.
So
but sometimes those mistakes are fun.
So Jeremy did it. Danny did it. I guess I also will share a story.
Yeah, let's share a little nitrous oxide story.
You could buy them on St. Mark's Place.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
You could just buy a box of them of 24 of them at St. Mark's Place if you were having a lavish whipped cream party. It was easy.
Yeah. Did you get the little?
Get the cracker.
Yeah.
What is this?
That was
You
it.
got the whole thing.
It's a good story, right?
Yeah,
That's all. There was nothing to add on to that. I could add on. I've got many more.
So you take over. You're in St. Mark's.
I got one St. Mark's Place.
Oh, and these kids from Long Island. Go ahead.
No, I mean that one's probably the most
Egregious.
I mean, other times you just. I was outside a show at Brooklyn Steel not too long ago, and at the Ween
show, and that's
after
what
we
saw
parted ways at the Ween show. I heard the hippie crack, and I went for it.
What?
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell?
It.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't invite me because I rode my bike.
That would have been a mess.
That would have been a mess. Yeah. And just had a little bit, and I was like, this is just I don't know. I feel funky about it because then I felt like I was doing something weird. Standing out there, cops don't give a shit. Like, cops do not care about nitrous.
They're looking right at you.
They're looking at you, and they're just like these fucking kids, And at the end of the night, 4 radius blocks look like a 7-year-old birthday party. Just like scattered fucking balloons.
It's
everywhere.
smeared with cake and copies of Boss Baby.
I feel like you could just save. Do they throw away the cartridges too? Because man, that's some recycling money right there. Kid,
is that aluminum?
No, it's not like that. When you get them outside, they're in these big
tank.
They're
it's a medical tank.
So and that's the thing too. It's like,
but see,
there's automotive, and then there's medical grade, and then there's food grade, and you don't know what you're getting. Depending on how expensive it is, you're usually like, hopefully this is the good stuff. But like, I mean, it is kind of crazy to think about. Like, how many times I probably inhale.
Then you have Eric Stoltz from Pulp Fiction telling you, "Here, this is the Choco. This is the good stuff." You're like, "What? How am I supposed to believe you?"
Man, I'm waiting for Eric Stoltz to do something so I can be his younger version of himself, like a chubby younger version of himself.
What about me? I'm going to be him when he cleaned himself up slightly.
Well, then I think we should write ourselves a movie where.
And I could be the.
Look, we could be 3 brothers.
Dimension.
Eric Stoltz. Eric Stoltz is the oldest brother. We had 3 brothers.
No, they did a TV show about that, right? Like where Dan Lorio is a guy, and there's like the kid in different ages, like the same person in 4 different ages.
No, I was going for a 9 to 10 year gap in children, and just having 3 siblings who are significantly age gapped.
That could work.
I could be the youngest. We get you looking a little bit older. We gray your hair up a little bit, and then Eric Stoltz is like the patriarch.
But
I mean, this is gonna sell.
But we own.
It just depends.
I mean,
do
he's
you
one of
want to
the
sell it,
hottest
or do you
actors.
want me to sell it?
But we own
it's gonna happen.
But we own a supermarket. But Mom left 50% to him and only 25% to you and me. So each. So we're squabbling.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good.
And he's addicted to hippie crack.
What? There's always a nitrous angle.
You got
Jeremy just gave the prop guy a nightmare. He really destroyed the prop department with that.
No, that's easy, man. Hippie crack.
You're gonna have to clean up balloons all day.
That's right. That's not that's easy peasy. That's set dressing anyway.
Yeah. Or you could get like the real good. Sometimes you would take those really like sturdy rubber balls that you have like the balloon that you tie the big string around that you can like hit back and forth. It's like
punch balloons.
You're like a punch balloon. That's when you get the most bang for your buck, and you don't have to
reusable.
They're so easily reusable,
and you can play punch ball.
Which
that sound I'll always remember that sound. Yeah.
That sounds like actually a fish show, you guys. That's weird. I guess I've never been. But it doesn't sound like I missed anything because
oh my god,
you just did it all. You just described it all for me.
Maybe we could do a couch tour. I could just put a little fish on the
You can send my friends just spent $700 fucking dollars to go see him in Madison Square Garden. Are also spending $3,500 to go to fucking Mexico to go see them too.
Bro, there's no need to brag and there's no need to boast.
Well, I'm not bragging about that.
But speaking of fish and people who are toasted,
wow, yes, continue.
I figure this time of year it's very nice to be down in the Gulf of Mexico.
Oh, I'm sure it's great, and maybe I'm just someone who's bitter because I can't just pack up and go like that. But I just think there was a time in my life where that was everything to me, and I was so invested in like listening and experiencing like
that you sold your Spider-Man 331.
I'm just saying I've been to over 100 fish shows, so it's not like I'm like talking shit about people doing it. It's just more like I don't know how you can sustain that lifestyle because my first show I went to was 20 years ago.
This was why
22 years
I'm
ago.
very happy with myself for choosing Fugazi for my fandom because it consistently have $5 shows.
That's a very good. It's very good.
Very all right with that. Very all right
my
with that
fandom
decision.
went to bands that don't play anymore. Like so, I had to go elsewhere. Like my fandom, fandom in high school.
The Soft Parade Doors tribute.
No, like the Clash, and X or bands that like are probably two of my favorite bands ever that I was completely obsessed with.
Have you been
like multiple bootlegs, tapes,
invested
videos, like all sorts of crazy shit because I could never see them.
Beard clippings.
I just don't have that kind of fandom anymore. I'm fucking at I don't know.
Do you have something like that with Elliott Smith?
Yeah, dude, you could
Jeremy
because
he's a dead boy. Yeah, I see it.
There's a lot of 7-inches. For some reason, I got into collecting 7-inch records a long time ago, and so I have like a lot of the Elliott Smith ones and a lot of the Ryan Adams ones, and that was my favorite.
Am I an old like we're the same age? I just say 45s.
7-inch is what I call them.
I call them 45s.
You guys, are you going to the hop later? Maybe get a soda?
Well, I was going to say,
I mean a pop.
You drink pop, yeah. Hop on pop. Everything's coming back to Dr. Seuss books. I've been reading a lot of them with G, and this kid is very smart. He already knows all the moons. This is actually not a Dr. Seuss book. He knows all the moons of Mars, of Saturn, and Jupiter. Well, the major moons. We know that there's over 100 moons between them.
I don't think I know a single moon.
Sure you do.
Any of them.
Come on, you know some moons.
No.
There's 2 of them for Saturn, right?
No, there's more than that, kid.
No. Because then something came out a couple days because they're doing all the NASA's going into the.
Well, the rings are going away. That's all I know.
That's a big thing. Yeah.
The rings, yeah. Yeah, we got to preserve those rings.
Hashtag.
How does one go about preserving those rings?
Kickstarter.
Michael?
You tend to start with a fixative of some kind. We usually use a linseed oil, and then you line it with parchment paper, and then make a solid form.
Can we use Fixident for anything?
Fixident and forget it.
Wow.
We're going to start have another tier on our Patreon, and that would be to get Saturn and Springs back.
Restore Saturn's rings.
If
Patreon.
we reach a goal of this much, we will put Saturn's rings back.
But if you want to talk about Mars, it's really funny to hear G say it. It's much more funny to hear G say it than me say it.
How does he say Mars?
He says, "Well, Mars." He says first of all, but then he says the moons of Mars are Phobos and Deimos, and then he reels off like 9 more moons, and I'm very, very proud.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I couldn't do that.
Yeah,
No, you couldn't. You couldn't name all of the women that Zeus fucked.
Jeez.
Those are all the moons of Jupiter.
Or all the women that he slept with,
Yeah. Like
allegedly.
well, Zeus was like a legendary what's the word? Coxman?
A legendary coxman, yeah. I've heard about that.
He transformed himself into a bull to go talk to this one. He transformed himself into an eagle to go marry that one. And his wife, God bless Hera. I guess not God bless because she's a goddess herself, but Hera
From
long-suffering, from Hera's Casino,
Yeah.
long-suffering wife of Zeus, but also, queen of the gods. So her own status in that did not get a planet, but the women that Zeus banged, like for instance, Ganymede. Yeah, he turned himself into a cow so he could meet her.
Really?
Yeah, so she's
to
one of
read
the
up on my
satellites.
show
Yeah,
or
she's one of
what?
the satellites of Jupiter. There's other satellites of Jupiter. I can name them all if you want. Give me
I mean,
$1.
No,
we're good.
I think I believe you. I think we can leave it there.
I mean, all the
And,
major ones, not all of them. Like
I
we
think
said.
we can leave it there.
Oh, thank
And
God.
whenever any sort of question arises, you're going to be the first person I call.
I'm gonna have to call. Well, make sure I'm with Gerard, so because he's more of the reference.
Oh,
on
is
it.
he? Yeah. Okay.
It's repetition. It's not like he's looking this stuff on his own.
No, really?
Yeah. Not taking that individual initiative. I'm talking to him about
Alexa, Google Deimos.
it. Oh Lord,
I'm not doing that.
I'm so
Hey,
glad that
I don't-
he doesn't. That his mom doesn't
Does he do the
subscribe to
iPad
that
yet
type
or
of
no?
thing. No,
It's
no. Actually, I'll tell you what. I recently he reaches like a patience level expiration with me after a certain point and just decides arbitrarily, you want to watch some TV. What's
really?
that?
He just says that?
What's that? You want to watch some TV. He refers to himself as you. What do you want to? You want to watch truck tunes or whatever? It's trucks or balls or planets or whatever. And so the other day, I'm like, you want to watch Dada on TV? So I show him a very small slice of Day of the Dot,
Oh my god.
Pete and Pete episode,
Nice.
because
Did he get it? Did he see that it was you?
yeah, because he likes brass instruments and Dada's playing a trombone in that scene. So he's like, I played that for him a few times and he was into that, and now he goes because he didn't get it, and I'm like, I snatch a baton from the guy and then I ditch the baton to go kiss Allie, and he goes, Dada dropped the slide trombone.
It's a slide trombone?
Yes. Oh yeah, this kid is specific.
Wow.
He modifies most of his nouns.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable that there's the cognitive thing of like being a kid that young and recognizing you as the same age, similar age. You know what I mean? It's weird to me that even registers.
Yeah, it's very weird.
Recognizing who is similar age.
You as a younger version of you.
Oh well, I told him I didn't let him guess on his own. I wasn't like, and now we're gonna watch a very special. But speaking of, why don't you fellas talk amongst yourselves while we get a very special surprise for you?
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
cool.
Uh-oh.
Well, I don't have any. Well, my little nephew Henry, he saw one of the Jounce T-shirt that
Oh,
you
yeah.
made for us.
Yeah.
With me as
Oh,
a
right,
little
with
kid,
Baby Danny,
and
yeah.
like they said, "Look, is that Uncle Danny?" And then he got it and was like, "Oh, that's Uncle Danny." But now when I wear like my Earthquaker Devices T-shirt or something, he sees that it's the same like black on white, and he looks at it and he goes, "Uncle Danny," and it's like a skull. I'm like, "You see something? Am I gonna die?"
You're the Punisher.
Yeah.
Yeah. Enough of your family shit. Anyway, guys.
Wow, that's
Wow.
mean.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
What
Merry
the heck?
Christmas.
See.
I want my records from.
They're right
from
there.
I'm saying I missed my records from when you gave gifts.
So
So
this
Danny first.
Whoa. Hey, I, Tanya.
Yeah, but what is it of I, Tanya?
It's a Blu-ray and a DVD and
and-
digital.
So I figure I'll take the Blu-ray because I have a PS360.
Right.
Dan can have the DVD, and Jeremy can get the digital
yeah,
copy.
dude.
You know what I'm saying? We all
So
win.
we got to share this. So this isn't a
well-
full gift for myself. I have to share it with both of you?
No, just you could show it to Caitlin and be like, look, Mike gave us this. This.
Yeah, you know who else gave this to me? SAG last year.
You haven't given it away yet or destroyed it?
Oh, there's nothing else? Oh.
All right, ready?
You haven't given it up or destroyed
Here
it?
comes mine.
Here you go, Jeremy.
Coming out. Oh my goodness gracious! This is the complete collection of Mike Judge's Beavis and Butthead.
Not just anybody's Beavis and
Wait
Butthead.
a
Mike
second.
Judge's Beavis and Butthead.
Is this also Blu-ray, DVD, digital?
No, this is just
No, it's
DVDs,
just
dude.
DVD.
Wait a second.
It's in a plastic.
But there are no music videos in that.
I didn't. Yeah, I
don't
know
know.
what you're talking about.
I
I know what you're talking
In college, I bought the Time Life
But-
Beavis and Butthead complete collection,
about. And it wasn't
there were-
released. It
there
was.
was no music videos, and they didn't say that, and it upset me to no end.
Well, should I
There's not
open
a
it?
fair use. Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you can't fair use paying for it like that.
Well, you can't. There's not. If it was fair use, it would be inside. Yeah. Anyway, they didn't make it copyright accessible.
Yeah.
What does it say?
These look pretty legit.
What does it say? Anything? I know it
Oh,
fell.
you
I know
want
Wait
it
a
fell
second,
out.
Those are. Does that like a?
I know it fell out in transit. I can hear it. I could hear it
Wait a
rattling
second,
around.
Hold on. Is that like a real? Is that a real thing, or
Seems
is
like-
that like a Pete and Pete complete collection on
Right.
eBay that's been like burned?
I mean, if it's burned, they did a good job.
It's not
It
blue
looks
on the
pretty-
bottom.
No, I got it in a store.
No,
Oh, you got it at a store?
It's not blue on the. Yeah, are the CDs all blue and green on the back? That was actually a great giveaway because you were buying bootlegs and
Yeah.
taking money out of my kid's mouth. In case anybody out there is buying bootlegs, you're literally taking sandwiches out of my son's mouth,
But
and he
that's-
loves sandwiches.
Oh, you know what? Get your digital copy.
And
So
you got
there
a
you
digital
go.
copy? Great. So Dan, you can.
All right.
I'm gonna lay the
if we
digital
can,
copy.
There you
on
go.
We can.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Digital download. Everybody wins today.
Wow.
Yeah, and I kinda
now
kept it-
Now I'm super into it. Thanks, Mike.
I kind of kept it in the house because, Viacom, I get my money from Viacom, and
That's
Viacom
a-
got a little money back from me.
Incredible gift. Thank you, Michael. That's very nice.
Fuck Sumner Redstone.
what?
Can I say that?
This was like a little
love you
Christmas.
guys. Love
thing.
you guys.
Love
Well,
you,
we
buddy.
love
Thank
you.
Well, it's a little
You
Christmas.
can say you could say fuck Sumner Redstone, but you're about 10 years too old and you're not female.
And I'm not a woman.
But did I ever tell you guys this? That I did a thing with John Sebastian. It was like a Nickelodeon.
Bach?
Yeah, like, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. John Sebastian, he's a singer.
Musician.
A musician. I did some like weird corporate Viacom thing a long time ago, and Sumner Redstone was there, and I said, and this is as like casual as an 11-year-old or 12-year-old kid could say to a billionaire,
Go ahead.
was, when you die, can you put me in your will?
Wow.
And said that to him.
Did it work?
He laughed. He shrugged it off and laughed and walked away. But I wonder if he dies, if I'm going to get a fucking phone call one day that's just like,
Pretty sure that's why they canceled the show. I'm pretty sure that's why they canceled the show.
I don't
Just
know
a
if
couple
that-
of years later.
I don't know if that's
Just
true.
a couple of years
I
later.
don't think he had anything to do with Nickelodeon development.
Wouldn't it be funny if you put all of your ducks in that row?
Bonds.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
Bonds.
11 years old. I'm like, all right. Yeah, he's
good.
what? He's
I'm good.
got to
I'm
be in
good.
his
I just
70s.
gotta
He's in
make
his 70s now. He won't live past 100, man.
Danny
and
kept
he
to him.
said he would put me in a will. I mean, he didn't say that, but I negotiated pretty hard for
is
it.
consent. I'm
Danny
pretty
kept to
sure.
himself mostly, always exuded this air of preternatural calm. He was always seemed so satisfied with everything in his life.
Oh my gosh.
He's very thrifty.
I can't wait to bust under this Beavis and Butthead DVD. It's going to go on the TV stat very, very,
Very
quickly.
stat. Like, it means tray stat.
It's funny because the case looks
Don't
like
do
a
that.
VHS
Don't
tape.
add it. Don't add a French word to don't double up like that.
They
You
already
shouldn't
made
do it
the-
You shouldn't do it in Spanish. You shouldn't do it in French.
Well,
you shouldn't
that's
do
what
it
they already
anywhere.
did. Vampire Lestat was about that.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not into it.
You?
No,
But-
I'm not into
But what
it.
about in
I mean, like,
Portugal?
only-
You could
only
say
the-
you could say O in front of everything in Portugal.
Yes. Yes, you could.
Like, oh, Tipsy Tommy.
Immediately, I don't know why. I was just like, "Oh, we're telling stories. Let me tell a story about it." Fucking Tipsy Tommy, God damn it!
It's going.
It's not
It's
as
a word. No,
it's
you know
not
what?
as
It
bad
already.
as Nitrous Nednick.
Yes.
Well, it's not as bad as Tipsy Tammy would probably make it even worse.
Yeah, well, it's good to know.
If you
because
married a
it's-
Tammy, that would have been so
Well, that was
classy.
my sister's name in Mighty Ducks, and also that's
We
the
know
first.
Tammy Duncan.
And it's also the first 3 letters of my last name. My grandfather's nickname was Tammy,
Oh,
Tam or Tammy,
And
depending on
his grandma's nickname was Tammany Hall.
no Skip.
Skip.
It's a great.
Skip and Tammy,
Ellen Hogan nicknamed Skip.
bro.
I think that's a great.
Why
that's a
do
great
we not
nickname.
have a character study about those two? With like an aging Diane Keaton and Jack Nicholson. Skip and
Skip.
Tammy and Skip. I love
Tammy
it.
and Skip?
Actually, my grandparents' nicknames were Perk and Howie, which I think I'm going to use for an EP that I'm going to put out.
Oh yeah.
Perk and Howie.
You better
Oh,
copyright
is that really?
that.
Is
man.
that really? That's what it's going to be called?
I think so. No, yeah, I don't know
But
about the next.
his-
You
one,
guys
but
should go to
Her full name was Percocet.
RemyBalin.com and you can hear the new single. No, not Remy Balin. I'm
I
just
don't
trying to
know.
help you out.
Her
Oh.
full name was Percocet, so that's why it.
I did put out new music. There's
did.
a newer old song. Danny played on it. He played some mandolin, about broke his hand, and some bass.
And it only cost him $150.
Well, I didn't never pay him.
Oh, thank you for reminding
Reminding
me, Michael.
That was a birthday present, remember?
much?
Oh, that's right. You're right. I'm sorry. That's right. What I'm saying, it was originally going to cost you that much, but since it happened to be your birthday,
Yeah,
that I decided in good faith
yeah. And
to
I
give
was
you a birthday gift.
Right,
and I was
you wanna
gonna-
collect
My
on it.
fucking time.
and I was going to charge you for gift giving, but I decided to waive. I was going to waive the fee on the box.
How
set
much
there.
to? How much
Well,
is
while
it?
you guys weren't paying attention, I've taken $20 out of each of your wallets.
It's very slick.
Shut.
Very slick.
How did you know I had Bitcoin?
If you, I would say we could just call it even for the calling. I'll just not call you Tipsy Tammy. Anymore.
Tammy, yeah, I'll quit calling you
Okay, you
Tipsy.
know,
Tammy.
yeah.
Call it even.
Well,
And
here's
I'll
the
take
thing.
and I'll take up smoking and quit that.
Well, here's the thing, right? You think I'm so stupid that I won't drop this bit of knowledge on you, so you guys will say it enough that it desensitizes me that I don't care about it
So
any
this is
longer.
your version of therapy.
This is my therapy,
Yes.
okay?
This is vaccine.
It went
this is
from
Danny's vaccine.
my wife to my mother to you guys, and between the 4 of yous, you're gonna fucking figure
Yeah.
it out. You're gonna help me figure it out.
We are the most important people in Danny's
That's
life.
not bad. Well, one of 4. Yeah,
We.
It's
among
pretty
yeah, that's a
good.
top 5.
good,
That's pretty
yeah.
good.
It's pretty
My
good.
dad's got to be in there somewhere.
Paul, if you're listening.
Shout out. Speaking of shout outs, give us a look on the old Patreon. Patreon.com/Danny and Mike with the End Spit Out. And
We're gonna try to revamp that a
we're
little
gonna
bit.
revamp it
but
for this new year.
look, if you guys like what you hear, even $1 is helpful.
Yep.
Just gets us to do fun things
like this Florida trip.
this Florida
Yeah.
thing wouldn't really happen unless we had people who were supporting us
That's right.
on Patreon.
And,
so
and constantly
if you want us to come
asking
to your
us-
place,
yeah.
Shout it out on Patreon.
Let's
That's
figure it
right.
out.
Yeah. We also, if you are a Patreon subscriber and you're coming to one of the Florida shows, give us a shout. Let us
Yeah,
know that
you'll
you are.
get
And you'll get a little freebie.
if you we'll give you something for free.
Jeremy, are you giving out dry handies?
well,
Oh,
you just ruined it.
Nobody wants a dry handy.
That's all I had on the road on the way to Indiana.
That's not documented at all. But
That's another one of Gerard's Rain Man like pronunciations. Dada drove all the way to Indiana in a car. Dada drove all
Does
the
he
way.
recognize that that's far?
Well, I mean,
Or did you just tell him that you did it?
No, I
and he
made sure to
remembered
bring
it?
back. But that was the one thing I brought him back was a state magnet.
Oh my!
You remember I was searching
Yes,
the truck
yes,
stops
yes,
for the
I
state
do.
magnet.
Yes.
So we have a couple from going to New England. So he's got it's not quite a complete. It's more of an abstract United States map with not all the pieces there. So he has a concept of Indiana being far away.
Yeah, okay.
but not specific.
I
But
know.
not specific.
No, I was gonna be like, damn, he's really fucking smart.
Yeah, he's
Jeez.
like Dada avoided the turn part.
yeah.
No, he didn't.
Dada no take toll roads.
one of these days he's going to grow up in like a pilgrimage to Indiana with a bag on his on his back.
Terre Haute, following the father's footsteps.
He gets right to the T intersection for Whitestown and Brownsburg.
Be like, nope, turn him back.
Turn around.
Fuck this shit.
Just go straight.
Also, if you want to talk to this gentleman, he's on Twitter at Michael C. Morona.
And don't talk shit because he'll get right Anya.
Absolutely. And Danny's at D Tamborelli on the twits, at Danny Tamborelli on Insta, and I am at Remy Balin and Jeremy Balin on most things.
If you're still cyber squatting Danny's thing, you made a big mistake with your life.
What else? Yeah, check out the song that I did. It's on iTunes right now. Just search for Remy Balin.
Remy Balin is your search term.
That's
You
right.
can go to jounce.org. There'll be some new Jounce dates popping up.
Oh, boy.
This will probably be up before the weekend, I think. Right?
This will be up.
This will be up. Well, if you are in the Philadelphia, Trenton area.
Yeah, don't forget about the Mighty Jounce on Ice.
Mighty Jounce not on ice, in a basement.
Maybe it'll flood. And
I'm saying they
Joe's-
flood and
Joe's
freeze if
Mill
the pipes
Tavern.
burst.
Yeah,
But-
well, yeah.
we'll make sure that happens.
yeah, let's
So
not.
so do that if you're around
Jounce and Philly.
Jounce and Trenton.
Trenton.
New Jersey, and then we had our 18th annual holiday show. We did in-
Phil Murphy legalized weed, so
No, it's not happening yet. There's things going on, but that's what I was saying. Hey, if you want to come from the state capitol building to our show, I mean, it's not that far. It's not that far.
That's right. Come and regardless, come see us on one of these things.
Yeah.
We
yeah,
would
we'd love to
Yeah,
see
we
you.
got lots of stuff
We'd love to
happening.
see you in America's Wang
We have
later
a
on
lot
this
to
year.
talk about.
Great.
That's right.
So did we all plug enough stuff, guys? Did we do that? Did we do a good job?
I think we do. Yeah, I think we did. Do you want to say goodbye?
Mike's already said bye, so now I'm going to say goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye. See you on the next one.
Bye.
The Adventures of Danny and Mike stars Danny Tamborelli and Michael C. Marona. The show is produced by me, Jeremy Balin. This podcast is part of the Last Podcast Network, which can be found at lastpodcastnetwork.com. Make sure to check that out for a ton of great shows. For more information on the guys, visit our website at dannyandmike.com. Also look us up on Twitter at Danny and Mike with the N spelled out, and on Facebook at facebook.com/The Adventures of Danny and Mike. Thanks for listening.